By virtue of the powers vested in me as acting Vice-Chancellor, I constitute this gathering a congregation of the University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievement being celebrated on this occasion. You may be seated. Distinguished guests, graduandi, diplomandi, colleagues and cousins, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It looks like you didn't hear me. I will repeat. Distinguished guests, graduandi, diplomandi, colleagues and cousins, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. That is better. I overheard that the new adage in town that has been added to the paremiology is that if you steal an idea from only one person, it is called plagiarism. But if you steal ideas from several scholars, it is called research. Or is it a literature review? Another adage says that lies om de leer om de lewe. To be honest, I don't know what it means. Mara oksalayo lies om de leer om de lewe. Perhaps we'll come to that later. Ladies and gentlemen, I am both humbled and elevated by the honor and privilege to welcome you on behalf of the Chancellor of the University of South Africa, Dr. Thabo Mbeki, and the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Puleng Ngabula, to this graduation ceremony this morning as the acting Vice-Chancellor for this moment only. In the spirit of the National Development Plan 2030, we are reminded to participate fully in efforts to liberate ourselves from conditions that hinder the flowering of our talents. And one such effort is literacy and reading. We should love reading. All our citizens should read, write, converse, and value ideas and thoughts. This way, our stories will keep growing as if spring is always with us. Once we utter the dream of a rainbow nation, we will see and live it and not curve over the sky. In response to this call from the National Development Plan 2030, as well as the PELS report, on 27 February 2025, the University of South Africa, the University of the Land, through the Library and Information Services, launched a book club for students here at Makelnek. The book club was also extended to Polokwane, KZN, and Western Cape. When we launched the book club, one student reckoned to me that the book club should not be stuck on the same book for years. When I was reflecting at home, I said, oh, he was referring to the church and the Bible, I guess. There is a lot of fun in the book club. One of the students once borrowed the book on time management, and the following week, when we were to reflect on what he was reading, he told us that he never had time to read it. It was tough to get people read books. So I got this book on reverse psychology. I then encouraged people not to read it. Guess what? They read it. The good news is that the book club won an award in August at the University of Johannesburg during the debate. Let us give them a round of applause. And the students who participated and who were who featured in the top 10, and we had five UNISA students in the top 10. Number 1 was from UNISA, Taminguna. Number 2 was Ravele Mashudu. 4 was Sibani Zungu from UNISA. 5 was Witumelo Tubani from UNISA. And 6 was Chimangazo Lamani from UNISA. They deserve a round of applause. I am talking about books and book club because today we are celebrating achievements of our loved ones who had the magical powers of a book. A link between the past and the future, a bridge between the generations and across cultures. Books are the most beautiful invention for sharing ideas beyond the boundaries of humanity's space and time, as well as the most powerful forces of poverty eradication and peace building. Books are like a window onto another world. With each new page, they introduce us to the new people, new culture, and new ideas. One animal that keeps showing up in our stories as we read is the hyena. Some of you may ask, why always the hyena? Well, let me set the record straight. This creature is not just a scavenger. It is one of the wisest hustlers in the wild. When life gets tough, the hyena doesn't complain. It adapts. When others walk away hungry, the hyena finds a way. When lions roar for attention, hyenas quietly build empires from leftovers. That's not foolishness, that is strategy. Hyenas are born into chaos but master the art of survival. In the animal kingdom where power defines respect, they thrive not by being the strongest but by being the smartest. They read situation, wait for the right moment, and make a meal out of what others overlook. That is pure straight wisdom. Never waste an opportunity, no matter how small it is. Like our students, as they won an award at the University of Johannesburg, if animals had a Hustler of the Year award, hyenas would definitely win it, every season, of course. They don't have time for pride or luxury, only purpose. When others chase glory, hyenas chase results. They eat last, but they eat well. They laugh not out of mockery, but because they understand life's madness better than most of the animals. They remind us that success isn't about how you start, but how you survive. Let's be honest. Hyenas don't care about your opinion. Lions call them thieves. Leopards call them lazy. Humans call them ugly. Yet the hyena keeps living, eating, and thriving. Their secret, they don't seek validation. They seek victory. In a world obsessed with image, the hyena teaches us to focus on the mission, not the noise. They flourish in deserts, grasslands, and even in the harshest conditions. They represent resilience, the power to turn nothing into something. They remind us you don't need perfect condition to make progress, just the courage to keep going, just like when you were studying through open distance here at UNISA. Even after a day of chaos, the hyena laughs. That laughter, wild and infectious, is not madness, it is mastery. It is a creature saying, life will not break me. How many of us could laugh like that after every setback? If you fail that module, if the lecturers don't give you feedback on time, or if they don't respond to your email. There are 2 African proverbs about the hyena. It says, what is mine, even if I found it on the road. Meaning that you claim your opportunities, no matter how small or unexpected. When the hyena laughs, it knows something the lion doesn't. Never underestimate quiet wisdom. The loudest is not always the smartest. Finally, the hyena is not a villain. It is a symbol of hustle, patience, and unapologetic survival. So, we are celebrating you today. The dreamer, the fighter, the survivor who keep pushing despite what others are saying. If you have listened, you wouldn't be here today. Because in this world called life, sometimes you got to do a little higher-minded, laugh through the chaos, grab what is yours, and keep moving forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I am welcoming you here at the University of the Land, and I'm not alone. For those who conduct research, belong to a community of scholars, each of whom has journeyed into unknown to bring back insight. What they have recorded of their journeys and findings will make it easier for you to explore the unknown, to help you also discover an insight. I'm talking about the people here on stage. I overheard one graduate saying, "These are unpleasant professors who grade us too hard." They are always critical and always have something to say. They are not like people who attend Zoom or Teams meeting who would say, "Nothing from my side, Chair." These ones, they always have something to say. Even if they don't have to say it, they can even criticize you when you write the word school and say, "No, you put the wrong O first. That O that you put first in the word school, it should have come second." That is how far they can go in criticizing you. Ladies and gentlemen, the reality is that these men and women on the stage are critical of your work to enhance the quality of your work, but not as gatekeepers. From the Registrar's Office, we are represented by Ms. M. Kuboni, and we also have Professor G. Kuno, the Executive Director from the Department of Leadership and Transformation, and representing the college from the College of Education, Dr. D. Hanaway and Professor J. Mutitswe. College of Law, we have Professor M. Budeli Namakonde, who is the Executive Dean, accompanied by Professor A. Saurombe. From College of Human Sciences, we have Professor I. Mutuagai. College of Economic and Management Sciences, Professor R. Masimu and Dr. E. Maluleke. And we also have Professor Nambombe Saurombe, who is going to read the Chancellor's address this morning. And of course, we are having the PhD candidates today. I see 6 of them are here today. Nawasebe, Buje, Kebete, Rikoso, Teresa Stone, Aido, and Oyedotun. Also, they are supervisors, Professor Isa Rombe, Professor Makoni, Dr. Malapela, Dr. Akbula, Professor Gumani, and Dr. Perry. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this ceremony. Relax and enjoy the hospitality of the University of the Land. And ululate if you can. I'm now going to request Professor Nambombe Saurombe to deliver the Chancellor's address.
The Chancellor of the University of South Africa, His Excellency Dr. Thabo Mbeki, in absentia, the Principal and Vice Chancellor, Professor Puleng Lenkabola, in absentia, Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Professor M. Mwepe, UNISA Council members, Management Committee here, Extended Management Committee, members of staff, parents and family members, esteemed guests, and of course, our dear graduates. Good morning. Good morning. Much better. I see you've learned your lesson. It is both a humbling and joyous responsibility to stand before you today as we gather to celebrate the remarkable achievements of our distinguished graduates. I'd just like to give you a quote that says, "Now that I know better, I do better." These are profound words by the late famous poet and writer, Maya Angelou. They capture the very essence of what we celebrate today. Each one of you embarked on a journey of discovery, determination, and transformation. You sought knowledge, and in finding it, you have equipped yourselves to do better. For yourselves, your families, your communities, our country, and the continent. Well, these words capture what we celebrate today, as I have mentioned. And we do know that you are determined to make a difference in what you have achieved and in the communities you come from. 10 years ago, I sat in the very seats where our PhD graduates sit today. I remember the mixture of exhaustion and exhilaration, the sense of achievement coupled with uncertainty about the future. That academic could never have imagined that a decade later, today, through perseverance, continuous learning, and unwavering commitment to excellence, that I would stand here today as a full professor of information science, speaking to you today in this auspicious event. This personal journey embodies Maya Angelou's wisdom perfectly. As I knew better through my studies, research, and experience, I was able to do better, contributing to scholarship, mentoring students, and serving our academic community. Your journey of knowing better begins now. I'm telling you my story not because I'm special, but because you can do it too. And your capacity to do better is limitless. You are graduating from an institution with an extraordinary legacy. For over 150 years, the University of South Africa has been a beacon of hope, accessibility, and academic excellence. From its humble beginnings in 1873, UNISA has evolved into Africa's largest open-distance e-learning institution, serving a vast number of students across the continent and beyond. Our mission is clear: to advance knowledge and scholarship through quality tuition and research and community engagement, while our vision positions us as the African university shaping futures in the service of humanity. You are now part of this distinguished legacy, inheritors of a tradition that has consistently opened doors of opportunity. As we navigate complexities of the 21st century, the value of information in society cannot be overstated. Information is the cornerstone of progress, the foundation of informed decision-making, and the catalyst for innovation and transformation. Information empowers individuals to participate meaningfully in democratic processes. It enables communities to address local challenges effectively and drives economic development through informed entrepreneurship and policy making. In our African context, access to reliable, relevant information can bridge the gap between potential and achievement. Relevant information can also bridge the gap between aspiration and reality. We stand at the threshold of the fifth industrial revolution, where artificial intelligence and advanced technologies are reshaping every aspect of human endeavor. The question that echoes in boardrooms, classrooms, and communities is, do human beings still matter? Or should we surrender to the computational supremacy? The answer is unequivocally clear. Human beings matter more than ever. The fifth industrial revolution is not about replacing human intelligence, but about amplifying it. It is about creating synergies between human creativity, empathy, wisdom, and technological efficiency, processing power, and precision. Your role, dear graduates, is not to compete with the technology and the machines and the robots, but to collaborate with them in solving the complex challenges facing our continent and our world. As proud Africans and global citizens, we cannot ignore the realities we face. Our continent faces significant challenges such as persistent poverty, inequality, climate change, health disparities, and economic instability. These challenges are reflected in the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which call for urgent action to create a more equitable and sustainable world. The question we pose to you today as graduates is profound and yet simple. Now that you know, what are you going to do about it? Will you use your diplomas, degrees, and advanced qualifications as mere credentials? Or will you wield them as instruments for transformation? Your education has prepared you to be problem solvers, change makers, and leaders who can navigate complexity with wisdom and courage. As you celebrate this academic milestone, remember that true wisdom lies in recognizing that learning never ends. You may feel a sense of completion today, but your education has actually prepared you for a lifetime of continuous growth and discovery. Today's celebration would not be possible without the unwavering support of countless individuals who believed in your potential and invested in your success. To our dedicated academic staff, support personnel, and administrators, your commitment to excellence in open distance e-learning has created pathways to achievement that have transformed lives and communities. To the families, friends, and loved ones who encouraged you during your challenging moments, prayed for you, celebrated small victories, and never allowed you to give up on your dreams, your support has been the foundation upon which these academic achievements were built. And I would like to close with a call to action. As you leave this ceremony and embark on the next chapter of your journey, carry with you the knowledge that you are part of something greater than yourselves. You are ambassadors of UNISA's mission, custodians of knowledge, and agents of positive change. Use your education to build bridges where there are divisions, to create opportunities where there is desperation, and to bring hope where there is despair. Remember that true success is not measured solely by personal achievement, but by the positive impact that you have on others and on society. Dear graduates, you stand at the intersection of possibility and responsibility. As Maya Angelou so eloquently reminded us, now that I know better, I do better. You know better now than when you began this journey. You understand more deeply, you think more critically, and see more clearly. The question that remains is not whether you can do better, it is how much better you will choose to do. So go forth with confidence, armed with knowledge, guided by wisdom, and motivated by purpose. The world awaits your contributions, innovations, and leadership. Make UNISA proud. Make Africa proud. And most importantly, make yourselves proud by living lives of significance and service. Congratulations, graduates. The future is yours to shape, and we have every confidence that you will shape it beautifully. May God bless you abundantly as you embark on this new chapter in your lives. I thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Saurombe reminds us that every journey has a destination. It is not a Manderland. A Manderland is a destination where you never arrive. She also reminds us that we shouldn't compete with the technology, rather the robots should be our colleagues, and we call them cobots. Let us give her a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start with the conferment of the degrees and diplomas, may I kindly request you not to leave the hall before the end of the ceremony. And if you have a cell phone like mine that can be on flight mode, which is powered by paraffin, please switch it off. By virtue of the powers entrusted in me, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the university on the candidates whose names appear in the program, and I request the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Helmuth Nawaseb for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Professor Amos Sarombe, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis entitled A Rationale for an Equitable Implementation of the Namibian Investment Promotion Act 9 of 2016, a critical analysis. Employing doctoral, comparative, social legal methodologies, he analyzes the Act's provisions on investment admission, protection, expropriation, and dispute resolution, revealing both its alignment with and divergence from international and regional standards. The key recommendations include amending the Act to provide greater clarity on ministerial discretion, aligning dispute resolution procedures with international best practices, ensuring transparent and predictable expropriation and compensation processes, and strengthening investor protection while upholding Namibian sovereign regulatory interests. These measures aim to enhance legal certainty and promote equitable investment practices, supporting Namibia's pursuit of sustainable economic development.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Helmuth Nawaseb the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Congratulations, you can go.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Helmuth Nawaseb.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Fanuel Debalanki Gebede for the degree of Philosophy, Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Professor C.A. Akbula, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree. It's not here. It's not here. The title of his thesis, Somalian Women Refugees, Experiences of GBV in Dalo Ado Camps, Ethiopia, the case of Bolang Manyo and Kobe refugee camps. In his thesis entitled Somalian Women Refugees, Experiences of GBV in Dalo Ado Camps, Ethiopia, a case of Bokolmanyo and Kobe refugee camps, he explored the GBV experiences of women refugees in Bokolmanyo and Kobe refugee camps in the Dalo Ado district of Ethiopia using the qualitative research design. The study found that widow inheritance, domestic power imbalance, factors that push refugee women to travel outside refugee camps in the pursuit of income-generating activities, challenges from host communities, and insufficient food ration were factors that influenced GBV against Somalian women refugees in the selected camps. This thesis presents some interventions aimed at preventing GBV against women refugees and enhancing the GBV-related services provided to women refugees. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer Fanuel Debalki Kebede the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Fanuel Debalki Kebede.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Lieutenant Aim Rikgotso for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Professor A.M. Gumani, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree. Not here also. In his thesis entitled A Model of Coping with Experiences of PTSD and Its Comorbidity amongst SAPS members in specialized units in the city of Tshwane, he uses interpretative phenomenological analysis to explore experiences and management of post-traumatic stress disorder amongst South African Police Services members in specialized units in the city of Tshwane. He makes valuable contribution to the industrial organizational psychology by proposing guidelines to improve the management of post-traumatic stress disorder amongst SAPS members in the studied setting. His study reveals that among the studied population, post-traumatic stress disorder cannot be managed in isolation. Rather, it has a comorbidity. Rather, it's got a comorbidity, namely vicarious trauma, which must be considered throughout this process. The developed guidelines could be adopted in the SAPS employee health wellness practice. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Lieutenant Aim Rikgotso the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Lieutenant Aim Rikgotso.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Latoya Christian Stone for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Dr. B.R. Perry, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree. She's not here also. In her thesis entitled Mental Health and Offending South African Women's Narratives on Pathways to Incarceration, she examines how the role of mental health in women's offending has been inadequately approached in South African correctional services centers. Her study empirically demonstrates a significant positive correlation between abuse, especially in childhood, and later adverse outcomes and offending behavior amongst women. Using a narrative approach within a developmental psychopathology framework, she proposes an initiative-taking approach that supports the implementation of early intervention strategies at multiple contextual levels, aimed at preventing the long-term effects of unresolved trauma and incarceration of women. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Latoya Christian Stone the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Psychology on Latoya Christian Stone.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Samuel Kojo Ado for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I now request his supervisor, Prof. P.L.R. Makoni, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis entitled Alternative Infrastructure Funding Models, a comparative study of Ghana and Nigeria, he examines various alternative infrastructure funding models currently employed in Ghana and Nigeria respectively. He further analyzes the determinants, long-run co-integrating and causal relationships between the funding models, infrastructure development, economic expansion, and the social welfare agenda. Findings indicate that while traditional funding models remain essential, alternative models, particularly public-private partnerships and green finance, offer considerable potential for bridging infrastructure funding deficits. He makes a valuable contribution to knowledge and practice by developing a decision-making framework that integrates alternative funding models with the Sustainable Development Goals to assist policymakers in the effective selection and execution of various funding models.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Samuel Kojo Ado the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Samuel Kojo Ado.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Ibukan Kolawole Oyedontam for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Prof. P.L.R. Makoni, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis titled, "The Nexus Between Financial Technology, Financial Market Development, and Financial Inclusion in Sub-Saharan Africa," he investigates deterministic, long-run co-integrating and causal relationships using panel data from 30 sub-Saharan African countries between 2004 and 2021. He contributes valuable knowledge by assessing these relationships using principal component analysis constructed composite, financial inclusion, financial technology, financial market development, and institutional quality indices in the respective OLS, GMM, ARDL, and Granger causality model regressions. The results confirm that financial inclusion is significantly dependent on fintech and financial market development in the long run. The study recommends the formulation of investment-oriented macroeconomic policies that encourage the adoption of fintech and financial market development to advance financial inclusion efforts in emerging markets.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Ibukan Kolawole Ayedontam the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Ibugun Kolawole Oyedotun.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Master of Public Administration. Puseletso Gladys Mufukeng.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Master of Arts. Noku Regan Mujela, who, by the way, Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, is a member of staff. Matume Walter Signolo.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Master of Laws. Babongile Sibusisiwe Buphila. Enika Mpiti.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honours. So, Lucanyo Dasi. Vutomi Petunia Khosa. Afika Yondela Kivit. Amukelang Benedict Litsolonyane. Thabo Muyahabo Linsiti. Phumzile Elsie Mahlangu. Petunia Maluleke. Vusmus Tokozani Mangele. Nokulunga Pehlane, degree obtained with distinction. Isaac Mpo Sibanda. Definite Sonono. Saibil Don Chuwilo. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate received the degree of Bachelor of Administration. Shures Cindy Jacobs. Happy William Maluleke. Dikeledi Priscilla Tias Mashabata. Nathani Kayla Swart. Nikaela Chanene Velman. Mukiti Taini Mkopane. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate received the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Raymond Morris Jones. Mapule Patient Mkwena. Tandwa Sianda Zondi. Okay. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Nkavishane Precious Baloyi. Sebastian Chiara. Preya Gobind. Grace Gondwe. Peter Charles Heyman. Utsile Bradley Luyanda Hlophe. Shuda Jones. Nozipo Josie, degree obtained with distinction. Kineilwe Kanyaho. Bunhle Nompumelelo Kolwane. Menji Evelyn Mabusela. Lucia Maoro. Go Agnes Malibana. Karabo Miriam Masocha Hlongwane. Joan Mhlongo. Eva Mkanjwa. Mkhale Moiche. Pearl Caroline Mkwena. Selo Jack Mlokome. Look at the camera. So Masichava Lydia Moko. Oliboheng Patience Mteiwana, degree obtained with distinction. William Moyana, degree obtained with distinction. Ruth Mjinga Mpoi, Mfundo Shanti Esmond Mredjana, Bongani Msane, Matilda Kavalanche Ngonyane, Kola Mwabe, Edwin Joshua Nkosi, Mpo Gift Nchane, Sibuyile Moshalane Nzimande, Charlize Odendal, Nkosimenzelo Kuhlupe Khatebe, Masilo Ramothwala, Lizzie Lebogang Shlako, Rolibuwa Sbadera, Jane Seidel,
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Trifina Bila, Simeon Blignot, Kolani California Chauke, Reyes Dawood Desai, Israel Antonio Capella Domingos, Patricia Jansen van Vuren, Mampuru Advice Hasoho. Ruben Nip. Shonien Kurasha obtained the degree with distinction. Ritumetsi Liwatle Libilo. Lihlohonolo Malope Mahobosha. Kolani Vincent Mahlangu. Nkanelo Makuvela. Cameron Malatela obtained the degree with distinction. Chris Mangani. Senelisiwe Entle Mashinini. Mamulimo Matsatsi Matia obtained the degree with distinction. Zamangubo Petunia Matenjwa. Ramutsoa Peter Mudisele, he is a staff member at UNISA. Hutatso Rachel Mohajan. Anna Carol Musouki. Lichavisa Silas Mutsumi. Tumelo Elliot Mpaki. Ephraim Molima Mpalo. Congratulations, look at the camera. Mkolisi Colin Ndlovu. Pamela Mending Ngobeni. Ziningi njubuqa. Zimpande mchalinchali. Michaela Padiachi. Rabelani Bridget Rakuboda. Uitumelo Ramahlelera. Bunolo Sera Slimolela. Ayanda Nelisiwe Tibehali. Elni van Niekerk. Look at the camera. Amgelang Perseverance Vuma. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Honours Bachelor of Arts in the College of Law. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the College of Law. Levo Mekhosutu Khapula. Harris Fanelani Maluleke. Kamugelo Vivian Ramoroka obtained the degree with distinction. Doris Murungwa Taule. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Surisa Kosial received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Ruth Mwala Melo Nanjela. Kutlwano Budiba. Silwane Jemina Musonoko. Brittany Zoe Masters obtained the degree with distinction. Thato Mofokeng obtained the degree with distinction. Karabo Muthapo. Siri Murunwa Sebetseba. Ahikra Banjo Helena Mary Christine. Mpho Nontutuzelo Baholo. Leona Motlago Baloi. Nadine Eugenia Badenhost. Francis Chunduka Chauke. Dandogazi Portia Dike. Christine Sarali Finn. Benencia Karabo Gama. Innocentia Tembile Ngumbi. Kinosi Diana Songwane. Sulufelo Clementine Hlope, she's a member of staff. Kaylee Yobe obtained the degree with distinction. Matapelo Mologadi Mabala. Vinolia Koni Malachi. Karabo Patience Maleta. April Leonor Toti Manana. Vicentia Basetsana Mahwale. Dineo Caroline Manzini. Neo Mautwe. Princess Miriam Masango. Melville Pulane Seloba Mashishi. Tshegofatso Goodness Matete. Andisa Stembile Mbonambi. Lebogang Nonjabulo Mkazi. Siyabonga Mkhize. Masego Isabel Mudikwa. Dineo Teresa Mojau. Faith Polelo Mukou. Rofiwa Arnold Molokwe. Mape for Jane Moloto. Janelle Jennifer Monari. Priti Elina Mutemani. Kagiso Mutotse. Nomsa Violet Mpiti. Letlogonolo Jacobeth Mche. Kolegile Immaculate Mthethwa. Chandugo Shamaine Mundalamo. Pauline Munyaka. Just enter here. Space there. Pumelele Precious Pearl Ngidi. Kabelo Rose Mwepe. Tembegile Talent Nkala. Refilwe Karabo Nkaunyani. Wetu Nomadolo. Nombulelo Nchata. Lindiwe Nxumalo. Patience Begezela Pagati. Tebogo Belina Hatebe. Ruth Refilwe Ramatsau. Muluku Rejoice Ramokhopa. Neo Seroke. Lucky Nyoni Shabalala. Kutlwano Mary Ann Tsulo. Linda Tebogo Uba. Lerato Kidiboni Palesa Laina Zondo.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the diploma candidates will now be introduced to you. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received a postgraduate diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Tebogo Cleopatra Maimela. Cleopatra Tisetso Rebecca Maseko. Lindiwe Alina Mutawe. Angelina Pumzile Mkega. Ayanda Kensani Kagela. Noktula Ntombini. Margaret Latin Pagwaho. Rifilwe Ritlametswe Raditlalo. Ramusibisha Isaiah Ramaholo. Libela camera. Nonjabulo Asanda Sokela. Umphile Goodwill Tsukutshwane.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received a diploma in the College of Human Sciences. Mary Ntombifuthi Bota. Precious Morongwa Mailula. Tabang Makaba. Kaukelo Patience Makua. Mukhumutsi Damaris Malotani. Paballo Susan Mokhonase. Twanano Miki Ngobeni.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Law. Life Mukumane Baloi. Anele Bidi. Nkamole Hang Valencia Boy. Mandukone Lipete. Pauline Rosirang Sang Make. Rorisang. Pauline Rorisang Make. Sina Kabonina Matlangu. Angela Ntisumi Mahori. Motladile Kanyisile Zoe Makato. Jessica Makubele. Motlalepula Pulane Makwana. Sipweo Sandile Masuku. Pilasande Lungiswa Mapanga. Agreement Tenswalo Mate. Lusiwe Belinda Mazibuko. Komoso Precious Nchasa. Matapelo Peaceful Moaki. Komoso Joyce Mokoko. Sani Mapula Mokopa. Poshia Mosima Mukuto. Iglet Ntateng Mukwena. Sekofaso Pascal Escha Mulife.
Let me start by congratulating the supervisors who are here present, Professor Isa Orombe and Professor P.L.R. Makoni, and welcome the new doctors, Dr. Nausep, Dr. Gebete, Dr. Rikozo, Dr. Stone, Dr. Ayedu, Dr. Oyedotun. Congratulations. You may sit down. The others et al. Don't divorce us before we get married. But today, all of us, from the graduandi to the diplomandi, we have created a permanent covenant. You are the alumni of the University of South Africa, the University of the Land. And UNISA is now your alma mater. That is the covenant that will forever be filed in the archives of the University of South Africa. So that you can't divorce us. There's no divorce. Ladies and gentlemen, in my introductory remark, when I welcome you, I spoke about the book and the book club. And I was told that during the July looting of 2021, no bookshop was touched. All the bookshops were left untouched. Even though they were open, I don't know why. Is it because reading is regarded as an activity connected to school to be enjoyed during a short period at school and then abandoned when people complete their required stage of schooling? Reading is not just for school. It is for life. Hence, I'm saying liers om the lieve. Now I know what it means. It means read to learn to live. If you read, you will learn to live. And we must not just teach children to read. We must teach them to question what they read, to question everything. And the value of education is not learning of many facts, but the training of the mind to think. So says George Kane. I'm quoting him so that turn it in does not deal with me. They know turn it in. And in our book club, we promote multilingualism because we hope that if we teach children and students in our languages, we will promote the use of these languages. Westenberg says, storytelling is the greatest technology that humans have ever created, unquote. He's not talking about the disruptive technologies. He is talking about storytelling. And in African culture, we know stories are often told and retold by the griot during the night in the lunar month when the moon is fat in the sky, while casting shadows from trees, valleys, hills, and mountains. Ladies and gentlemen, a story is incomplete until I tell my story. You tell your story so that we make our story a complete story. And as people capture their stories, to quote Winston Churchill, history will be kind to them, for they will be writing it. And as his nemesis would say in response, the victors will never be asked if they are telling the truth. By graduating with a UNISA degree or diploma, today you have told your story, and your story is recorded in the history and the archives of the University of South Africa, the University of the Land. Today we know why the story is told, who tells the story, where the story is told, and when it is told. I heard somebody saying, Mama, I've made it. Mama, they've made it. Graduandi and diplomandi, you have heard that the saying that the sky is the limit. The sky is not the limit. The limit is in yourself. There is a new adage or a proverb. Unfortunately, I can't read Xitsonga, but I'll try to read it. It is in Xitsonga. It's a new one. It's not recorded in any annals of Xitsonga. It says, ungafani na paiseta eka comrades marathon. Loi achaisa sisimu ram Mr. Post. Trouble leinkuru. Loingi na tikremba tinga chuleka ku nwi yemisa aka yemisa hi Indian Ocean. So this one, it says to the diplomandi and to the students, do not look back. Otherwise, you are going to turn into a pillar of salt. You should also be stopped by the Indian Ocean. The Indian Ocean in this regard is the red gown. That's why I was saying I'm interested in the red gown. That should be the one that stops you. So you should still register with the University of the Land. And you have heard legal wise saying, don't talk to me, talk to my lawyer. So you are going to say, don't talk to me, talk to my certificate. It will open the doors for you. And I'm sure those who are here now, it means that you are almost there. Enjoy the rest of the day as we have invited you to this graduation ceremony, and invite us as you are celebrating. We will definitely also pay revenge by coming. And having said that, give me a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, now that you have graduated, you have become part of the UNISA alumni, you are now part of the illustrious circle of excellence. Your responsibility is to contribute and help define tomorrow. There are many things that you can do to help shape futures in service of humanity. You can become an e-tutor, continue your lifelong journey with the College of Graduate Studies, and produce knowledge that will help societies. And lastly, you can donate to help other students and become Moreki. Ladies and gentlemen, after this announcement, I would like you to rise for the singing of the national anthem, the words of which are to be found on page 32 of the program, and to remain standing after the anthem to enable me to dissolve the congregation. You are also required to remain standing while the academic processions leave the hall. You may stand. By virtue of the powers entrusted in me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of South Africa.